show that root 5 is an irrational number. This question we are going to solve by using one method that is called as contrary method. On the contrary, let us assume root 5 is rational. So we are just assuming that root 5 is a rational number. So now if root 5 is a rational number means definitely we can able to write that in the form of p by q. So that I will write here. Root 5 is equals to p by q. But according to our 10th class maths textbook, instead of p by q, they wrote a by b. So I am also following the same a by b. Root 5 we are assuming it as a rational number. So root 5 equals to a by b. Then what are the conditions for a comma b both belongs to the integers, b not equals to 0, and a comma b are co-primes. Okay, now let us simplify this further. Root 5 equals to a by b is there. I will do squaring on both the sides. So we will get root 5 whole square equals to a by b whole square. Let us simplify. Square root and square both will get cancelled. Then we remains with 5 is equals to a by b whole square can be written as a square by b square. Now bring b square to the left side. So we get 5 times b square is equals to a square. Make it as equation 1. Now again from this equation 1 take 5 to the right side. So we get b square is equals to a square divided by 5. So now here a square by 5, it means the denominator divides the numerator. That can be written as 5 divides a square. If 5 divides a square, then 5 divides a also. Now 5 is dividing a, right? That we will write it as a divided by 5. So when 5 is dividing a, definitely it gives some answer. That answer I am equating it to some constant c, because I don't know what exactly that one, because I don't know the a value. Now take this 5 to the right side, then it will become a is equals to 5c. Take this as equation 2. Now observe equation 1 and equation 2 clearly. Here equation 1 we have 5b square equals to a square, and equation 2 we have a is equals to 5c. So this a value we need to substitute here. In the place of a we need to substitute that second equation. So 5b square equals to a square. 5b square is equals to a square. This is the second equation, right? Sorry, first equation. Now this second equation we need to substitute in the place of a. So let us do it. 5b square as it is equals to a is nothing but 5c from the second equation whole square as it is. Let me remove all these things. Okay, done. 5b square equals to a square from the first equation, and I am substituting the second equation in the first equation, that is 5b square equals to 5c square. So if we simplify, 5b square is equals to 5c whole square. This square is for 5 as well as for c also. So 5 square 25 and c square. Now left side 5 ones are, right side 5 5s are. Then we remains with b square is equals to 5c square. Now bring 5 to the left side. So we get b square divided by 5 is equals to c square. Here b square divided by 5 means the denominator divides the numerator. That can be written as 5 divides b square. If 5 divides b square means 5 divides b also. So now in the previous step we got clearly 5 divides a, and here 5 divides b. So from these two I will write it as 5 divides a and B. So 5 divides A and B means it contradicts the fact that A comma B are co-primes. So now if you observe the condition clearly when we wrote the first line, okay, here in the conditions we took clearly A comma B are co-primes. Co-primes are nothing but for two numbers if we take, those two numbers should have only one as the common factor. But in this case what's happening, 5 is dividing A and B, so it means except one, some other factor also there, that is 5. So that's why we will write it as it contradicts the fact that A comma B are co-primes. So root 5 is an irrational number.